Hi, welcome to our channel. We're the Simple Teachers. Today we have a video that goes over the purpose of reading, and we're specifically going to talk about the difference of pronunciation and meaning.
There are two really main reasons we teach reading, and we teach it so students can read words and then make meaning of text. That's the ultimate goal. We want them to understand and make meaning from the text they're reading. But first of all, they have to be able to read words so they can get to that meaning. So we're going to talk for just a few minutes about how we get kids to be able to read words and some of the things that we provided for that, and then how we get them to make meaning from text. So first of all, when kids come to words that they can't read, as teachers, there are some things that we do when we can help them out, and some of those include sound by sound blending. We teach them that. We could teach multisyllabic word reading strategies. Those are our two favorite strategies.
I'll put links to the videos that show both of those in example.
Yeah, we especially in our classroom teach the sound spelling patterns. All of these things help kids when they come to a word they can't read be able to decode those words. Yes. Also, they learn some words that aren't decodable, irregular words, so that they'll just know those words. That also helps them be able to read text.
Absolutely. And
then they get to where they're reading a little bit more automatic. We get fluency going on, and that helps kind of bridge them from word reading over to our comprehension piece, our understanding text. Now, when we're over to can we comprehend text, we may come to words that we don't know what they mean. And teachers sometimes will give word learning strategies like, well, let's read this sentence and see if there's some clues, context clues. That doesn't hold up very well. It'll actually, context clues, kids usually don't successfully find those or use those only 5 to 20% of the time. So we teach them, maybe look at the illustration and see if you can figure out what the word means. Other word learning strategies would be morphemic analysis. Look at the word parts to figure out what the word means. And then once we get word meaning, we can put it all together and understand what the whole text is about. So that's really, in a really small nutshell, all of the pattern or pathway of getting to comprehending text. And as teachers, it's important that we make good choices. So when we see students that come to words that they can't read, we make the right teacher choice with how to support them. When we see students that come to words they don't understand what they mean, or parts that they don't understand, we make the right teacher choice to support them. Yeah. So let's model a little bit, shall we?
Do you want me to read and you be the teacher choice?
Yeah, so go ahead and read, and let's have you come to a word that you can't read.
Okay, I'll do it. When Wendell's mother came to look at his room, the pig was hiding, but the...
All right, so we have a silent E right there.
Oh, so hide. Oh, yeah. The pig was hiding. Okay. When Wendell's mother came to look at his room, the pig was hiding, but the mess was still there.
Good. So she came to a word she couldn't read. I pointed out a spelling pattern that was invisible because of the ing added. But
because I'd been taught multisyllabic word strategy, I knew I just didn't apply it right. I needed some support there.
Yep. So in teaching the two of us, we would have like a sticky note with an E on it and just have that. And then the student would be able to decode that word and continue reading.
Yes.
So when she came to a word she couldn't read, teacher move, assist with decoding. Now let's have you come to a word that you maybe don't understand what it means.
Okay. Okay, Wendell, she said, if you want to live in a pigsty, that's up to you. I'm not for sure what pigsty means.
Oh, well, this word pigsty, we can look over at this picture and it will give us an idea. So what do we see? She says, if you want to live in a pigsty, what does his room look like?
Oh, his room is not clean. It's pretty messy. There's stuff everywhere. Oh, so pigsty must mean like a mess.
A mess. Let's see if that makes sense. If you put in mess in that word, let's see if that makes sense.
If you want to live in a mess, that's up to you. Oh yeah, that does make sense.
And is that what that picture looks like? Yeah. So it probably means mess.
Yeah. So notice the difference. I decoded the word. I knew how to read the word and I pronounced it right. So I decoded successfully, but I didn't know the meaning. But unless we've taught our students to monitor and clarify and to speak up or ask for clarification if we don't know a meaning of a word or even a section of text, right? We might not know that they're having that vocabulary or meaning issue.
Yeah.
So I was taught to ask in that situation. I needed help. What does pigsty mean?
Yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't know that she didn't understand. So we do have to teach strategies as well to understand. I don't understand this. I need help.
Yeah.
So that's a good strategy. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is when it's appropriate to use the pictures. It would not be appropriate to use the picture to decode the word hiding, even though there is a pig hiding under the bed. So I could see that in the picture. I don't want to use that picture to decode the word hiding.
Now, if the kid didn't know what hiding meant, what a great opportunity to show a really good example of hiding.
Yeah.
So pictures are fabulous for understanding the meaning, and they do help us with the comprehension of the text with the words, and then the pictures can support. But it is not a good strategy to teach a child how to read the word.
Right.
Imagine what happens when pictures are gone. They don't know how to read words now because they've solely relied on pictures. Or you might get them saying words completely wrong. The pig was under, they might even say under the bed. Yeah. The pig was under the bed. I've seen that as a teacher, and I know you have too, because they use the pictures to come up with the words the author wrote. Yeah. Which it's not the word the author wrote.
Yep. So we're going to use pictures for meaning to enhance our understanding after we've fully decoded the words. Yeah. We'll use our decoding strategies for reading the words. And all of the process of gaining meaning from text, that's the purpose of teaching reading. And hopefully we have enough supports for you within each of those processes that you're starting to feel supported as teachers along the way.
And sometimes there might need to be a word reading strategy and then a vocabulary. For example, if the child said, if you want to live in a pigsty, that's up to you. They decoded that word, but it was pronounced wrong. So it's still a decoding issue. We would apply, try a different sound for that Y. What could be another sound? They could say pigsty. Yes, it's pigsty. Do you know what a pigsty means? And then you could go into vocabulary. Because most likely they might not have known what it meant if they weren't able to pronounce or decode it correctly.
Yes, for sure.
So that happens too as teachers, and I would need to first make the choice, decoding issue first, pronunciation issue first, and then maybe it is also a meaning or vocabulary error as well.
Good point. Excellent. So the last thing I want to say is another really important thing to remember is everything that we do in reading ought to be embedded in text application. That's your best, most important thing. So whether we're teaching decodings or fluency or comprehension or vocabulary, we should embed all of those things in text application. So they're reading text.
Yep. Awesome. Great reminders of why we teach reading and those two huge focuses, word reading and comprehension. Awesome. So good job, teachers. Keep it up. Make those good decisions as reading teachers.
Yep.
Simply teach.